You may think it's Doomsday, but for me, it's Tuesday. Oh, Dwayne, oh, Dwayne, oh, Dwayne. How dare you reference a film that had better writing than your most recent flop, Red 1. Moana 2 is a sequel to, wait for it, sit down, you're not going to believe this, Moana, the 2016 smash hit from Disney. And this was originally supposed to be a Disney Plus series. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, it should have stayed a Disney Plus series. They decided they're going to expand on the goddamn Moana universe by not expanding on it at all. Have you seen the 2016 movie Moana? Congratulations. Here's more of that, just not as good. The songs aren't as good, the story is basically the same, and even though there's a few endearing things as far as family and unity and wanting to reunite with your own people, yeah, that pretty much just sounds like 2016's Moana. I'm not going to lie, I didn't like this. I didn't like this at all. I will explain why I didn't like it in due course. Did you see Moana? Did you see Moana 2? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. So, once again, Rock the Dwayne Johnson comes back as Maui, the demigod. And you also have Moana in a movie called Moana 2. God, they didn't go with another character? I can't fucking believe this. Olele Cravalho returns. I'm pretty certain I probably screwed up that name. I do apologize. You know what? She's fine. She does as good as she can. I do want to shout the character of Loto, voiced by Rose Matafeo, who I need to check out more of her stuff because, good God. She tries to add a little bit of humor. We do see Hey Hey come back. Look up the guy that voiced Hey Hey, the stupid rooster. Look up the stuff that he has done. And you will honestly be amazed that they had him do it. He does good. And I can enjoy a few stupid things, so the rooster acting really stupid was hilarious. But yeah, this is just a continuation of the Moana story, where instead of, uniting with Maui to take down a demigod take down a god that actually really wasn't a god, really wasn't anything evil, you just wanted to respect the land and bring the land back to its own, I don't know what, it just wanted, have this island and then lay down on the ocean floor all night long. So yeah, this time she must figure out, well, where are our people? Can I unite our people? And this adventure is more dangerous. No, it's not. It's really fucking not. The biggest issue I have with the first Moana, besides the fact that a few of the songs were kind of the story was is there was no stakes. No stakes you could sink your teeth into. No stakes that I put up so high on the shelf that the butcher wouldn't reach them because the stakes are too high. This one somehow manages to not even equal the, the minimalist stakes in that one. Like, sure, you get a few things that might be scary for kids. There are a few sight gags that are halfway decent, but a lot of the characters are really muted, just completely castrated, whatever you want to go with. Again, the character Loto is fine, and there's no doubt that there was in earnest, intent making this movie, but they really should have just stuck with the Disney Plus series model. Will this make money? Sure. Dwayne is competing against himself, though, because Red 1, even though that one flopped spectacularly, that one is a lot worse than this. But it doesn't feature enough advancement in the story to justify the fact that it just feels very manufactured, very stale, very basic. And sure, it reaches a conclusion. That conclusion will likely take us to the live-action Moana that they're doing. Why? Just why? And some of you people want me to review it. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Nevertheless, the movie is what it is. If you got kids and you want to take your little shits there and have them enjoy it, that's fine. There were a few little shits in the theater I was in. I had to sit all the way in the back and just try to ignore them. And look, I know kids are going to have fun and do this kind of stuff, but just bring a complimentary roll of duct tape and maybe keep them in their seats. Fortunately, they didn't get anywhere near me, because I would have been like, what are you doing? Go over to your parents. What the fuck are you doing? That being said, look, the movie just wasn't good. Wasn't good at all. A couple gags work, but realistically, it kind of just nerfs a lot of the stuff from the first one and doesn't take the story forward at all. Ironic, given the amount of sailing that is done in this. So let's get into spoilers, like they'll fucking matter. There isn't really a lot to spoil in this, but I'll just get to it. So it's in theaters. Enjoy it. Or don't. I don't really give a fuck. 3, 2, 1, spoilers. So, basically, Moana still has a relationship with her grandmother, even though her grandmother did pass away. You know, together, but just a little bit different, because her mother's still going to guide her. And the idea now is there's this god Nalo that caused a great storm and buried an island that will help guide them to find more of their ancestors. Also, the Kakamura, the little coconut things, they just want to get reunited with their people. That's why they were all violent and using all these poison darts that they seemingly have an endless amount of. Maui comes back. He got trapped by some bat lady. Yeah, bat lady, spider lady, I think it was bat. In some kind of weird layer that it turns out is actually a giant earth clam. Actually a giant ocean clam with weird eyes and tendrils and all this. And Maui's been captured there for a while. And look, I don't mind actually focusing on Moana because her and Maui did about as much as they could. But the big thing is even when Rock's there, and Rock does do a singing, the song rendition at one point. I'm like, Rock actually can sing. He proved that in WWE, but then again, the bar was lowered. In this movie, his song just didn't goddamn work at all. It really didn't. And yeah, hey's funny. The pig is whatever, is what it is. Alulu, she's fine. She's fine as Moana. She tries her best to drag this fucking deadbeat story, this dead horse of a story, right to the goddamn conclusion. And you do get, her having her doubts again. She's a wave finder, but she's having doubts again. She helps Kakamura, or whatever, Shinsuke Kakamura, get through this, weird island. There's one that's with them, and this giant ocean clam swallows them up. So she's got a few people with her, including Loto, who, again, is the alleged comic relief. And they end up finding Maui. Maui basically ends up joining them. And the idea is they're going to go to this great place where Nalo's this giant ghost, or giant, god ghost thing. And created this great storm that buried this island, apparently. And yeah, from there, basically, they have to find a way to do it. But Maui ends up getting his power sucked away at one point, trying to lift the island with his giant hook. But that doesn't last way too long. And then Moana's like, wait, there's always another way, because the bat lady, whose name I forgot, and I really don't give a shit, honestly. I mean, it's like if Maleficent was written by a sea cucumber. By the way, there were so many writers in this. Jared Bush was one of them. He did Zootopia and Kanto and Moana, and also there were 3 other people. 3 other fucking people wrote this. They had a few people directed. I mean, granted, one of them is, labeled as the director of the first episode, but fucking still. I mean, this was just unabashedly lazy. She ends up getting, told, like, hey, there's always a different way. There's another way. Yeah, maybe the other way will take us to a better movie next time. And she ends up diving down, touching the island to resurrect it, but then unfortunately ends up where she's dead. Oh no, she'll never see her sister again, her little sister. That's super goddamn annoying, but whatever. And she'll be reunited with her grandmother, but then Maui's chanting something to resurrect her. Oh yes, and Moana's also been seeing a ghost on the high seas that I'm just going to assume is the friend that the dad lost on a journey at one point, I think. I believe so. I don't remember the character's name. I watched Moana like maybe 2 weeks ago, if that, and I genuinely cannot remember a lot of these characters. But all these ghosts sing and bring Moana back, and now she's got tattoos because she's a wayfinder demigod thing, whatever. And Dwayne gets his things back, and everything's good. Yeah. Yeah, there's your fucking goddamn review. How's that? I over 300 movies for this goddamn year, and I mean, just if this is the kind of stuff they're gonna just shove out, Disney's gonna shove out. Disney really needs to reset themselves. Now, yes, it will make money, and that's the whole point of movies. They're supposed to make money, but if you have money poured into a project, you should try to add passion to it. I didn't even care that much for Wicked outside of, the chemistry between the characters and the production, but I appreciate it enough because at least it tried. This didn't try at all. And they're doing a Snow White live-action movie because that's what this world was crying out for. More of that. With Gal Gadot as the queen. Because that's, again, what this world is crying out for. That goddamn 10 out of 10 looks and can't act her way out of a paper bag broad thinks that she should do more of this shit. I don't know why I'm being so mean. Let me just finish up by basically saying Moana 2 gets an F. Is it a half star? No. There are a few decent moments, but a lot of it is just more of the same. It's just a pile of gruel, tasteless oatmeal, whatever, tasteless grits. I don't actually know if grits are tasteless because I've never had them. F. It's not good. It's not good at all. So, agree, disagree with what I said? I mean, if you do, fine. If you don't, thank you very much for watching. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, Twitter, Letterboxd, and Blue Sky handles in the description. I'm John Ritland. God forbid the live-action version is not looking good. See you soon.